Hi folks, I hope you're well. So this video is about the fact that we need to be very, very wise about who we let into our lives. Well, I've said before, a long time ago actually, I did a video about this a long time, probably about 3 or 4 years ago. But it's still very, very true. Anyone that we let into our lives is going to add something. Whether that thing is positive or negative, they're going to add something. They're going to bring something into the relationship. Whether that thing is good, whether that thing is God or the devil, that's the way to put it. They're going to bring something. So therefore, be very wise and very, very careful as to who you let into your life and who you let have access to you. Because people are going to bring. As I said, for me, having been alone for most of my life, I don't need a ton of people. I'm not interested in just bringing people into my life just to have people in my life. No. God, no. I've had it. It didn't work. It was never good. Those people are in my life now. Although I've never actually really brought people into my life just to have people. No. But I've let people come in without being careful or aware of what I'm letting in. Well, I married someone who was a manic depressive, and yeah, that was horrendous. If I'd have been a bit wiser and a bit more careful, that wouldn't have happened. That wasn't a marriage that God had made. No. It was one that he knew would happen. It was one that he was willing to let happen for reasons, but it wasn't. She wasn't in any way, shape, or form the one that was supposed to be, my companion for life. That wasn't her. But it's through bad decision making. It's through. Well, I said before. I think I've done in videos that with her, it was a case where, I realised that there was a problem. That, she wanted to be all kissy kissy, and the problem with being all kissy kissy is that kissy kissy leads to touchy touchy, which then leads to arousal and more. And because of the fact that obviously thinking about the point that we understand from the word of God, and at the point I was there, that if you cannot resist sex, you should marry that person. Again, what terrible advice that is. What awful advice that is. That is demonic crap. It's just so wrong. But yeah, okay, right. That's where I was at the time. It's nonsense. Absolutely, that's not of God in any way, shape, or form. Temptation is going to come. We're supposed to resist it. We're not supposed to marry the person that we're tempted with, are we? If we can't resist temptation, we just marry that person. That's bloody well ridiculous. But that's how it's understood, that what Paul said, isn't it? Now, did Paul really mean that, or did he really say it? I don't think he might know. But it comes across as blinking ridiculous, so if he did really say it, then, Paul, you were wrong there. That's a certainty. You were wrong on that one. But then again, from someone who was, really, for God, and wasn't interested in having a wife or wasn't interested in anything like that, he wasn't in a position to ever understand it, was he? And he was speaking from incredibly limited understanding. But no, that shouldn't be the case. God, no. No. And as I said about the one about marriage, it's very true. A lot of people get married because of the fact that they're sexually attracted to each other and they find it very hard to resist. And so they get married. Because of sexual... For goodness sake. A woman can be sexually attracted to a man because that man is a bit emotional and makes her feel good about herself emotionally. And therefore, that's like the man having an erection when he sees a woman. To a woman, that's an erection, really. And for men, for goodness sake, they see a good-looking girl and they start getting touchy-feely, and suddenly, of course, they're interested. Of course, they find it difficult to resist. It doesn't mean you marry someone, but I did what a lot of people did. I did that. Ish. We certainly pushed the marriage forward. And she was massively the wrong person. She was hiding who she was. I never knew any sign of her depression at all. Any sign of her depression at all. No, none of it. Of her manic depression. She hid it. Her mother knew about it. Her father knew about it. But neither of them told me. They hid it. As soon as she was married and I saw it, the way she said, she couldn't put it in the box anymore, so it never went back in. She wasn't able to hide it anymore. So it was out 24/7. Right? Terrible marriage. Awful. And for many, many reasons, my relationship with God just went completely dead at that point in time. I was struggling massively at that time. Really massively. But because I let the wrong person in. Yeah. Well, because again, I suppose you're on your own, and someone's attracted to you. You're attracted to them. So yeah. What a mistake! Terrible mistake that was. But hey, hey ho, hey ho. There you go. Yeah. So it is what it is with regards to all of that, and yeah. But I say, even with regards to friends, there's so many people I've let in that were the wrong people, that were bad friends, very, very bad, and yeah. So now, because I've been on my own for so many years, no, I'm not gonna let the wrong people in. I'm not gonna get into a relationship for the sake of having a relationship. I'm not going to try and get off with someone for the sake of a bit of what's it called? Emotional connection. I'm not going to do that. Any of it at all. Not one little bit. I'm not going to do any of that in any way, shape or form. Because been there, done it, didn't work. And because I know I've been on my own and now I'm in a brilliant place. So why on earth would I want to wreck any of that? And I'd say to other people, be very, very aware of who you let into your life, because they're going to bring something. Whether that thing is God or whether that thing is the devil, they're going to bring something. And so, even who you interact with, be very careful. As I say, for me, being in church has always been very, very difficult and stressing. It's always caused me a lot of stress, because when I see what's there and I listen to the people and I hear the absolute rubbish that's coming out of their mouths, and the fact that they do not understand the word of God in any way, shape or form, then it's so depressing seeing that. And so now I won't be around it. No. Well, I can rest and recover until the real work needs to begin. Which it will. When God starts bringing people, the right people, the people that are going to be bringing stuff that's good, and the people that actually will receive and that I can help to bring into relationship with Father, then that's going to be beautiful, that's going to be healthy, that's going to be good, that's going to be a blessing to me. And that's cool. Having people come into your life that will be a blessing to you, good, welcome that. But again, keep an eye, because at some point in time that blessing may stop. And they may start taking more than what they're giving, in which case you might want to cut it off. Always be aware of that sort of stuff. Always be aware of what is happening in your life. So you can take whatever measures you have to take. Because again, you have one life. So, take care of it. You would if it was your car, so take care of your life. So there you go. You take care. God bless. I'll speak to you soon. Bye-bye.